Australian Bureau of Meteorology Tropical Cyclone Warning Centre Media. Transmitters serving the area between Onslow and Denham are requested to use the standard emergency warning signal before broadcasting the following warning. Top priority for immediate broadcast tropical cyclone advice number 85 issued at 6 a.m. WST on Friday the 27th of March 2026. Headline: Severe tropical cyclone Narelle, Category 4, is currently impacting the West Pilbara coast with severe impacts extending to the Gascoyne coast this morning. Areas affected: Warning zone Cape Preston to Jurien Bay, including Onslow, Exmouth, Coral Bay, Carnarvon, Denham and Geraldton, and extending inland to Panawanaka, Murchison and Dalwallanu. Watch zone none. Cancelled zone none. Details of severe tropical cyclone Narelle 34U at 6 a.m. Australian Western Standard Time. Intensity: Category 4, sustained winds near the center of 185 km per hour with wind gusts to 260 km per hour. Location: within 30 km of 21.9 degrees south 113.8 degrees east, estimated to be 135 km west-southwest of Onslow and 30 km west of Exmouth. Movement: south-southwest at 19 km per hour. Narelle is within the vicinity of Exmouth and is turning to the south. It has started to pass close to the Northwest Cape as a Category 4 cyclone. Severe impacts are expected from the western Pilbara coast to the northern Gascoyne coast this morning, and then extending south to Carnarvon and Denham during today. On Saturday, Narelle is expected to be weakening as it moves quickly to the south-southeast, with impacts extending to the central west and then further inland and south across the southwest land division. During Saturday, the strongest winds are expected to be on the eastern side of the system. Hazards: very destructive wind gusts up to 260 km per hour are occurring over coastal parts between the Northwest Cape and Onslow and are expected to extend south down the west coast to Coral Bay and Cape Cuvier during this morning. Carnarvon could see wind gusts up to 200 km per hour this afternoon, and wind gusts up to 180 km per hour could extend to Denham late Friday or early Saturday. Destructive wind gusts in excess of 125 km per hour are occurring along the West Pilbara coast between Onslow and Coral Bay, including Exmouth. Destructive wind gusts in excess of 125 km per hour are expected to extend south to Carnarvon and then to Denham during this morning and afternoon, and may extend to Kalbarri and inland parts later today and possibly as far south as Marawa Saturday morning. Gales with damaging wind gusts to 120 km per hour are occurring in coastal areas between Cape Preston and Cape Cuvier and are possible over adjacent inland areas to Panawanaka. Gales will extend south to Carnarvon and Denham this morning and further south to Kalbarri and inland, possibly as far east as Murchison, during today. Gales may extend south to Jurien Bay and inland to Dalwallanu during Saturday morning. A severe weather warning is also current for damaging wind gusts east of Cape Preston and for inland parts of the Pilbara. Heavy rainfall which may lead to flash flooding is possible over western parts of the Pilbara, Gascoyne and central west as Narelle moves past. Areas of intense rainfall that may lead to severe flash flooding are likely to develop about the western Pilbara west of about Onslow this morning, before extending further south into the northwestern Gascoyne later this morning. Coastal residents between Onslow and Denham are specifically warned of a very dangerous storm tide as the cyclone moves south down the Gascoyne coast. Tides will rise significantly above the normal high tide, with damaging waves and very dangerous flooding. Tides between Cape Preston and Onslow are likely to rise above the normal high tide mark with large waves and minor flooding of low-lying coastal areas. Recommended action: DFES advises. Ensure you know what to do in a cyclone. For the latest DFES community alerts and warnings, visit www.emergency.wa.gov.au or download the Emergency WA app. The next advice will be issued by 7 a.m. Australian Western Standard Time, Friday the 27th of March. Cyclone advices and DFES alerts are available by dialing 13 DFES, 133337. A map showing the track of the cyclone is available at http://www.bomb.gov.au/cyclone.